Hi guys, I wanted to introduce our next project by discussing my childhood. My grandparents owned a lake house, and at the lake house there was this board game right here called Astron. And my sister and I used to play this for hours. And what's really interesting about this game is that the game board, moves underneath your pieces. And so you can also tell that it has something to do with airplanes. Just showing you, I'm borrowing someone's eBay page so I can show you what's going on here. Okay, so here's what the pieces look like. They look like little jets, and you can also see that the board has these little, it's a grid, and this red spot here is an airport, and they have the United States, and you'll go across the whole entire world. So the way that this game is done is that you set up your pawns or your jets facing it in the correct direction, and you put them on a square. And then take a look right here. The board can actually move. So this way you would roll this wooden dowel rod here to make the board go forward. You would roll this wooden dowel rod to make the board go backwards. Okay? And the object here is to earn points by landing on an airport and avoid losing points by landing on these other obstacles. So you get the cards, and so these cards right here, these red ones, would tell you to either turn the map or move your piece. If your piece landed on an airport, then you would get a card which has a certain value. If you landed on a hazard, then you would have points subtracted from your score. So these would have like a negative value. Okay, so as you're moving these pieces, your objective is to just move through this strategically. So let me see if there's any other. Here's the starting positions right here. You choose one of them, and then you get going. So why or what does this have to do with the latest project that we're going to be doing? And so the project that we're going to be doing has a box like this. You guys will dive back into your skills and create a wooden box, and you're going to put dowel rods through it, and you either need to create a game of some sorts, or you can create scenery, your choice. Okay, so there's a couple here that are already done. Let me show you what this guy has done. Let me make it a little bit bigger. And I'll press play. So this guy has a sunset. So he's turning these. You can see that these mountains are stationary. And it just shows a scrolling sunset. So this one actually goes all the way into like a starry night. Okay, there's another one here. So this one is also pretty clever. This one has the scenery, so you have a tree, and you can kind of imagine what's going to happen here because it's showing some leaves falling. There you go. Okay, and so you notice on this box also that the tree itself is stationary and something is moving behind it. So it's a little bit challenging. This is a project that none of my students have done before, so I'm really looking forward to it. So just another thing that you possibly could do is if you create something like this, obviously it's going to be on a much, much smaller scale. But you can have a car go through a track, or you could have airplanes like this that are going over top of something. So it is your choice. Okay, so next step is I'm going to open up the instructions, and we're going to take a little bit deeper look at the specifications.